Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Demon and I are joined by Overpow from Team ROCCAT. We saw that Mordekaiser and it was fantastic. Tell me what led you to pick him.
Just a fun hero. I don't know what to say. Like it works against Moob's champions pools. So yeah, why not?
So that's actually something that you guys mentioned in the feature beforehand. You talked about how Super Hot Crew's champion pool is quite limited. So did you know ahead of time, obviously, what you were going to counter? You kind of knew what you were angling them in towards picks-wise? Do you know what obviously, did you expect the Shyvana jungle, the top lane Mundo, the mid lane Morgana? These are all kind of picks that everybody knows that Super Hot Crew play.
Yeah, we expected all the picks, which they picked. We expect kind of Ziggs, not Morgana, but yeah, we kind of expected Morgana as well, so it worked pretty well for us.
Tell me a little bit about the mind games during that champion select, because last week, you beat them with Pantheon mid, the Super Hot Crew. Was that a factor in that picks and bans? I'm like, we might bait him out if we do this.
Of course, it was our little secret to pick the Pantheon for the jungle. But since America picked Pantheon for jungle, we thought they might think it's actually jungle Pantheon.
So let's talk about the turn of the game, because it seemed that obviously Jankos was taking his time at the start, didn't really have too many ganks with the Pantheon, which you would normally expect. Instead, towards the end of the game, were you surprised when you were so far ahead that they were pushing down that mid? Because it just left it open for you guys to jump on them.
We wanted them to jump on us in the late game because we can just Deathfire Grass, my ulti as Mordekaiser, and everything in one target so we can get the clone. And then if we get the clone, then it's easy win for us, I think.
But effectively, you didn't even get the clone off that many times. It wasn't really necessary. And I know I asked you in the beginning, but I do want to know a little bit more about how you played out Mordekaiser and how you want to build it and what is necessary for you to get rolling in a game.
Just farm as much as you can.
And of course, obviously, you know, you're 4-1 now in the LCS. But as we just said off camera, you haven't yet played Gambit. You're playing them tomorrow. What are you expecting from these guys? Are these teams you're fearful of, or are you just thinking, we're pretty confident now in the LCS?
I expect to lose against Fnatic. But I expect we're going to win against Gambit. But yeah, against Fnatic, it's going to be a tough one game.
Well, we will see, of course. And for now, we're going to hear what the fans have to say on Twitter. Of course, earlier in the show, we asked you which champion was the most exciting to see during week 1 of the EU LCS and why. And luckily, we have Overpow here because ROCCAT has been playing some crazy things themselves. But the first answer is from @I'mNeverial. LeBlanc was so interesting because she is so volatile and skillful, so much potential, but so fragile. It's like an art. Get fed or feed. What's your opinion on LeBlanc?
I don't like her. Too many skill shots, you have to think too much while you play her.
Yeah, and she's not done that well either. I mean, you think of every time she's been played so far in the LCS, other than Bjergsen in North America, who, well, in fairness, did some very good plays. But,
I thought you were going to say something else. It's
another European player doing well. What can I say?
The second tweet is from @VoltuxLol. The Galio pick was the first real demonstration of how the support changes have opened up new options for the bottom lane. Of course, it was N-rated pulling out that Galio.
Yeah, and Trevor said it at the start of the show. That was actually one of his plays. And what do you make? I mean, have you seen, has Vander ever thought, hey guys, I want to pull out Galio? Was that something you guys would actually accept?
We will never let him Galio step.
The last tweet is from @LolRyu Kurogane. Trundle was a break from the normal in the ULCS, and I hope to see more of him to take a bite out of the super tank meta, and maybe with the changes to Shyvana, and he might be something that we'll see a lot more.
Yeah, Trundle definitely was a champion that worked well, and actually it's something they took off Cloud9 EU, who've become Cloud9 Haprix or whatever they are. They're going to be playing later on in the week. But it was a great champion choice. I mean, have you guys ever thought about Trundle in the top lane? Is it something that Zazas has maybe won? Because obviously he played Renekton pretty much every game so far.
Trundle is really good against most of the top laners right now, but he's kind of bad against Renekton. We tried Trundle.
People getting excited.
Yeah, okay. With Trundle works pretty good against Mundo, Shyvana, and some other champions I don't remember. But It's really bad against Renekton, so we didn't want to pick this game, but I think you can expect some Trundle picks.
Okay, well, very interesting. Thank you very much. Those were some great answers. And of course, we'd love to hear more. Remember to follow us at LOL Esports and use that hashtag LCS. And now it's time to send things over to Joe and his young